So I'm casting my mind back here to when I was 16 years old. And I guess I'd led a pretty lucky life at that point in time, and I just wanted to give back in some sort of way. I have a very a wonderful family with a very strong volunteering background who I guess provided a real role model for me in that regard, and so I wanted to do the same thing and give back a little bit.
So my role at Inclusion Melbourne is as a leisure buddy. So what that is we catch up on a fortnightly basis, and yeah, as I said before, they match you up based on mutual interests. So me and my buddy, we share interest in the gym and swimming and dancing and anything sporting related. So we just go out and just do something fun. So it can range in activities. Sometimes we just go get lunch. Sometimes we have a full day of sporting activities. It just depends on what you guys want to do and what you figure out on the day. So it's really flexible, and I really like that.
That's a really good question. It means to me, and I think it means to everybody who has a leisure bay here at Inclusion Melbourne, that we get to meet somebody and we get to know them and they get to know us as well. So I think that's really important.
So as I said, we both go for Richmond Tigers. So they won the grand final last year, and before it, I went to his house. We set up streamers in his house, and then we got to sort of share that experience of such an electric feeling of winning the grand final. So that was amazing.
The lady I visit through the community visitor service, when we first met, she had quite a restricted diet, and she had the same kind of things every day, and her case manager said she won't try other things, and we discovered that something she really enjoyed was cooking. And so each time I went to visit her, we would actually cook something, and she had lots of recipe books. And so at the end of each time we caught up, we would flick through the recipe book and work out the recipe for next time. And so she had something to look forward to, and then we had that joint activity, and it was also improving the variety in her diet.
Probably going out to a pub and having a Palmer, being an Australian Aussie bloke, and enjoying a good Palmer in a pot. Yeah. What could be better?
Yeah, I guess probably the first barrier was moving from being a uni student with a bit of extra free time into full-time work and balancing that with the volunteering. But the fact that the Leisure Buddy and the community visitor programs exist is really nice, because it creates quite a flexible avenue through which you can keep volunteering even in the context of full-time work.
Yes, there has been, because I'm a busy bloke during the week and they're so busy, but you give them a call and say, hey, if I can't do it this weekend, I'll catch up with you next weekend.
Inclusion for me means seeing past the disability. Like you don't need to worry about that. All you need to worry about is you and your buddy, having these real life experiences. You have to have friendships. You can't get everything that you need from your family and from paid workers. So to be able to put Inclusion Melbourne just puts you together, and then you just go from there, and you just build such a wonderful bond, and yeah, it's so nice to connect with someone like that and to grow. So I really enjoy that.
Inclusion means to me a lot of things. It means being part of my community and getting out and about and seeing the world in a different light.
So I guess inclusion to me is everyone having the same opportunities to be participating within society and forming the kinds of connections and having the chance to have those special experiences that everyone else does.
I hopefully see myself doing new things, like going to music gigs or getting out and about and seeing the world and traveling overseas, hopefully.
Yeah, like friendships are forever. If you build a good friendship, which I have, I hope we're doing the same thing until we're old and grey and wrinkly.
So in 5 years' time, ultimately I'd really like to be continuing to work with the same people that I'm working with now. I think it's really important for the continuity to be there, because when you're working with people in a volunteer role, really it's more like a friendship. So ideally, keep it going the way it's happening at the moment.